I was having Yasha Rico from Street School. As I know it's late, but we're getting started. Like I already said, mandatory mini camps are June 6th through 8th, and then we come back for a voluntary OTAs June 13th. And then after that, it's a dead period all the way up until training camp. We probably won't sign anybody. Probably nothing major happens with the ownership update or anything like that. So that's going to be plenty of time for me to get a lot of my video ideas done. Most notably these film sessions. Of course, I'm doing an entire film session for this entire rookie class, each individual pick, undrafted free agents, like some of the notable ones. I'm not going to do literally everybody the Commanders got their hands on this offseason, but I do want to talk about some undrafted free agents like Casimir Allen, the returner slash receiver out of UCLA, my boy Bryson Tremaine from Stanford, who I like a lot at receiver, all kinds of guys like that. Mitchell Tinsley, of course, from Penn State slash the guy that used to ball out with Bailey Zappi a couple of years ago at 1,400 receiving yards. Some people see him as like another Jahan Dotson. So there's some notable undrafted free agents that we may want to take a look at. But of course, we got to start with the rookie class. And of course, when we start with the rookie class, we got to start with the first round pick first, of course. Emmanuel Forbes out of Mississippi State. And now, granted, we've started to see him in OTAs from a lot of random clips and things like that. And it looks like he's already even slightly better now. I mean, granted, even though he is going against high-level competition in the SEC, and we're going to take a look at some Georgia and some Alabama tape today, and maybe if I have some more time, I'll look at some more tape because I have 2 more games we can take a look at, but I wanted to try to look at like the highest level of competition. Of course, Georgia may not be the highest level of competition receiver-wise, but it's the highest level of competition team-wise. It's easily the worst Mississippi State got done and I've seen in a minute. I'm sorry as a Georgia Bulldog fans to Mississippi State, but it is what it is. But either way, I'm trying to get like high level of competition for him to go against in this film, but at the end of the day, Terry McLaurin and Jahan Dotson as a pair is better than any receiving core he had to go against in college, and he looks really good against them so far in his voluntary OTAs and things like that. No pads on, no full contact and things like that. He's not allowed to do certain things to them, they're not allowed to do certain things to him and things like that. And then it's like 7-on-7s, so it's kind of like a mix of it's harder to cover these guys because 7-on-7s and not being able to hit them, and then there's also a mix of it's a little bit easier to cover these guys because there's no real full contact, and one of our biggest worries about him is his lack of weight, potentially a lack of strength, even though it didn't really look like much of a problem in the SEC, which we're going to look at in this film session. But yeah, basically we're taking a look at some high level competition in college, but at the end of the day, with as good as he looks against Jahan Dotson and Terry McLaurin already that we've seen so far in these offseason practices, and even Jahan Dotson is up in them, Jack Del Rio, Eric Bieniemy, Ron Rivera, everybody loves this guy. They're thinking that he's out here, he's going to be a star type of thing. So I'm saying all of that to say that I'm not going to say that he looks worse in these film sessions that we're going to take a look at, but he looks a little less good, I would say. Because again, the way he's strapping up, you can't lock down Terry McLaurin and Jahan Dotson. But as well as he's doing a good of a job covering them so far in offseason practices, you know, it's just he's naturally going to look less impressive in college, especially with teams scheming against them and things like that. But we're going to have to, you know, with film sessions, we got to try to isolate him from what he's being asked to do from the defensive coordinator. Sometimes it could be the defensive coordinator's fault. Whoever called the coverage for that play, it could be their fault, not necessarily his. Sometimes they could call the right coverage and he can make a bad play. It's kind of hard to see. It's a lot of gray areas, but I'm going to do my best that I can to differentiate between the two and all of that type of stuff. Y'all know how these film sessions go. So, of course, all of my channel members are getting the full big time film session, raw and edited, uncut, probably going to end up going for like an hour long. Whereas everybody else is going to get a quick, concise, like 5 to 8 minute version of the film session. So if you're not a channel member, go become one, because channel members are getting the full hour-long versions if you want to tune into that. But yeah, man, before we dive into all of that, make sure you subscribe to the channel, hit the bell next to the subscription button so you get notification immediately and every time I release an informative and opinionated video just like this one. Again, I am sorry for the long intro, but I just wanted to make sure I got all of that out of there. And of course, like for the non-channel members, I'm not going to count that first 4 or 5 minutes as a part of your 5 to 8 minute film session. I'm talking about 5 to 8 minutes of pure film being studied and talked about. So the video is probably going to run somewhere like 9 to 12 minutes or something like that. But again, channel members, no ads, because I mean you're already paying to be a channel member and sponsor this channel every month. Why would I put ads in the video? No ads, full raw and uncut hour-long version. Again, we're gonna look at like complete Georgia tape. We're gonna look at complete Alabama tape, and if I have time, I'll look at some more games he played in as well. Whereas non-channel members, you're just gonna get a set few plays that I want to make sure I highlight it for y'all. But yeah, man, without further ado, let's get it.
You tell your family you can be a commander.
Kinda. Decent play by Emmanuel Forbes. Not a super positive play, but I like the instincts, I like the reaction time, and the burst, the speed, and the explosion, quickness to go over there and at least be there to make a play. This is great coverage. That was great coverage. That, oh my lord. Buddy couldn't go nowhere. I love my Bulldogs, man, but you got locked up here, sir. You got locked up. Yeah, just a little handsy, but you got locked up, my boy. That's clip right there, man. That's it for that, man. That play is dead on your end. Okay, Emmanuel Forbes, I want you to keep that contained. Oh, he got lost. I mean, it is Darnell Washington, but this is a negative play, man. You gotta keep your head up better than that. I would prefer for you to hold contain a little bit better. That as well, and then you're just lost. And I mean, where are you going? Like, where did you think the ball was at this point? I guess he was just literally inside Darnell Washington's chest, so he couldn't keep track of what was going on. So he thought my boy Ladd McConkey was still going this way, head down. So to his knowledge, Ladd McConkey is still going on the outside. He's like, let me do everything I can to get out here. Look at him. Ladd McConkey's over here. Emmanuel Forbes, I'm about to get him. Oh, he's over there. Yeah, that's a negative play, my boy. I mean, granted, oh Lord, too. Golly, Mississippi State. How did all of that happen? A touchdown? I didn't even remember that. Yeah, that's a negative play, Emmanuel Forbes. It is Darnell Washington, but at the end of the day, it's a negative play. And we're going to go against Darnell Washington eventually, so you need to be ready. There's going to be more Darnell Washingtons in the league. And, yeah, my dog lost, man. Somebody get that man a map, man. All right, see, Emmanuel Forbes, I'm assuming, is the one on the outside. Yes, sir. One-on-one. Let's see what we doing. See what we doing going against my boy, number one-on-one, looking like pure man coverage. And decent play. Very sticky coverage. I love this. I love the stickiness of the coverage. The only thing is I would have preferred if he got his head turned around, but this ball was thrown pretty quickly, and it's just like maybe if it were further deep down the field, he would have had time to get his head turned around. It kind of got there quicker than he expected. We just kind of lobbed that up. We was just like, whether you're open or not, we're throwing this. You could just tell pre-snap, we're just throwing this. If you're on the island one-on-one with Emmanuel Forbes, we're trying them. So yeah, there's a little bit of respect for Emmanuel Forbes, but not a lot. They will try him, as we've seen already. They've tested him a couple of times in the run game, a couple of times in the screen game, and also a couple of times through the air like this. Would have loved it if he, oh, see, now this is what I love. Let's stop this right here. The fact that as soon as the receiver starts to raise his hands even slightly, I don't know, like, and I love video games, I love sports, but I don't think I would have the reaction time to see the receiver start to put his hands up. Let me see. Receiver just putting his hands up. Emmanuel Forbes already getting his hands to get in there, and because of that is why that's an incomplete pass. That's a great play right there. That's the play. That's the play right there. That's what we've been waiting on, Emmanuel Forbes. Those are the plays that we want to show in the film session. That's a great play right there, man. I love that. I'm a big fan of whatever that is. That's what we need more of, my boy. That's what we need more of. This is another angle of it just one more time so you can see the hands. Again, the reaction time and the IQ to get your hands up to do that is insane in itself, dog. That's insane. Let me see my boy. Yeah, stop playing with him. Come on now. All right, poor Mississippi State still getting dogged. It is what it is. All right, great coverage on Ladd McConkey. Oh, that's a penalty, though. That's a penalty. They didn't call it. Oh, did they? Oh, they did call it. Yeah, they called it. You can't hold him like that. It was great coverage until the hold. And I guess he just didn't want to get... And it's the same thing as the last thing. If he would have thrown it to the outside shoulder early, maybe the receiver could have caught it. So maybe they identified something on tape. You run... You start with Emmanuel Forbes outside, you run towards inside, run into him, then you stop on a dime and then turn around and try to go to the outside shoulder. And it didn't work the first time that well. It could have if Stetson Bennett was a really accurate quarterback. And then this time it did kind of work, and the ref saw it, so that's a flag on you, Emmanuel Forbes. That is a negative. I'm not gonna lie to you. That is most certainly a negative right there. Poor guy though, man. There's nothing you can really do right there. Good coverage, but it is what it is, man. You just can't hold him. You can't hold him, man. It didn't look as much like a hold on that angle, but the first angle you could see he definitely did pull something. And it's just like, what can you really judge when people aren't really targeting him that much? Georgia said, forget it, we gonna target him. But I like the zone. I like the zone. I like how he was involved in every potential throw. Anywhere this ball could have gone, other than this over here, these three receivers, I got him. Okay, you want to throw it over here? I got him. Okay, you might have wanted to throw it to him. I got him too. I like that. I like that, man. Zone coverage, awareness, instincts, eyes, IQ, man. I like that one. I like that play. I'm rocking with that one. That was cool. That was cool. I don't know if he would have gotten there in time, but you know, I just like that. I like that he's that active. He's reading the quarterback. It doesn't matter what's going on. He's reading the quarterback. Play away from him, I guess, technically. Really not much for him to contribute there. All right, he's backing up again. This is looking like, okay, run play your way. Okay, so this is the famous play that I'm sure a lot of y'all have seen. This is his most notable play against the run. The IQ and awareness to see that it's a run play, even though, and hold the edge. I love the fact that he was holding the edge. Granted, the sideline is right there, but I still like the fact that he held the edge. And then to be able to get off the block quicker than he normally does. I love how fast he got off that block. Diagnosed the play. And then that time, instead of the running back still getting a yard or two after he makes contact with him, if anything, he moved the running back further back. Jahmyr Gibbs moved him back a little bit on this play. That's his best run stopping play right there. Easily his best run stopping play. That's the one. That's what we need you to do for now on. For now on, that's how you shoot. For now on, that's how you shoot, Forbes. We need to see that all the time right there on the run plays, man. A little shimmy or whatever he got going on. It's looking like zone coverage potentially. Looking like a cover 3 again. I don't know what. Nah, that was just off man. I don't even think that was cover. I think he was strictly responsible for Buddy. Guess whoever came this way, just take him, cover 3, just in case. Just in case the ball got there. You saw that zone. That's what confused me and made me think it might have been a little man in there. But no, it's zone coverage. But as soon as this guy looks like he may even get the ball, Bryce Young's looking at him. He's like, no, I'm on that. And then to be able to do that, and it seems like he's learned his lesson, because a lot of the times he's gotten burnt or had a negative play so far in his film session. It's moments like that where he's coming up to help, or he's coming up to make a play, and then he bites on that move, and then somebody runs past him. This time, he bites on the move, which is, I'm not mad at it, because somebody got to make the play. Nobody else can. And then at the same time, he doesn't get beat deep. Look at that. Look at the hips to turn around and run with him, the speed, acceleration, the quickness. That's a great play right there, man. I love that play. I love that play. Other plays, he's gotten hurt by that, but that was a good one right there. I like that one. I like that one a lot, man. I like that one. Do that some more. For now on, that's how you shoot. He always looks so smooth out there doing that stuff, too. Like, he looks like he can literally cover both guys if need be. Okay, good job slipping by the receiver. That time, I mean, I know you lack weight, but if you can run past the guy that's trying to block you before he even gets a chance to put his hands on you, then it doesn't matter. And, I mean, granted, he moved so fast that he almost missed the running back. But it was still a good job to get that far back and to force him back inside. And he has him wrapped up. He never let him go. So good play against the run. I'll take it. I will take that play against the run. I'm not mad at it at all, actually. We'll look at that one more time. That's a good play against the run. I will definitely take it. If you can give me that all the time, I'll take it, my boy. All right, let's see what's going on after this. Y'all take it, man. Little wrap up. Not the most physical play, but it worked. And nobody's going to help my boy up. Dang, y'all did him dirty, dog. All right, let's see what's going on. Next play. Yeah, it's really not much to take. We probably already got our most notable plays out of this, man. Okay, see, again, he's doing a better job of dodging the blocks. If you can't out-muscle him, at least juke around the block as if you like a running back. Move away, keep that edge, and then be ready to make a tackle if you need to. I like those plays. All right, so really it's only right for us to at least look at the play that people have probably seen the most. I should just go ahead. I went to the Kentucky film, found it. It is in the fourth quarter with 9 minutes, 12 seconds left to go. Mississippi State down 10-20. 4th and 2, which is a really odd play on your own 37 going for it, is a little odd. And so they kind of deserve this. Like, Kentucky was asking for this. Will Levis being Will Levis. And also, of course, this is a Kentucky game. So also Chris Rodriguez, our 6th round pick, the running back, is also the running back that's the star of the show in this game as well. But of course, you have Emmanuel Forbes. Oh, matter of fact, 8:33 left, I guess, whatever. I don't know what that was, but man, great read right there, bro. That great read, pick 6. They needed that big time. That kept them in the game because things were starting to get ugly for them. That was a great play right there, man. Great read to run. I mean, just he's a risk taker, and there's just gonna be great moments like this where it's like, thank goodness we drafted him in the 1st round. There's gonna be times where he tries to take a risk like this and he gets burned for it, but man, the times that it works is beautiful. I mean, he's clearly looking at the quarterback. He notices that when the wide receiver moves inside like that just a little bit, like he's not getting vertical at all, only horizontal. He's like, yeah, this is probably just a screen. Let me go make a play on that. And then once the wide receiver, all he's doing is going this way. And if he were running a little bit faster, you would think, oh, maybe he's just motioning over. Maybe he's like getting a run around, handoff or something like that, a toss or something like that. But he's like doing a very light jog. And again, he's not going vertical at all. So he's not running a route. So Emmanuel Forbes is like, I've seen this plenty of times. I've studied my film. This can only be one thing. And then he's ready for the moment. And then I don't even know why Will Levis even tried to pretend to run after that, man. If I were Will Levis, I would have just stood perfectly still. And then I don't even know how much you could blame Will Levis for this. It sounds like that was the play call pre-snap coming in from the offensive coordinator. No matter what, you throw this ball on this screen right. He didn't even look anywhere else. And man, that's just sad. From this view, it looked like it just happened too fast for Will Levis to even process. But man, shouts out to Emmanuel Forbes for that play. But yeah, man, that's about it right there, man. We're going to go ahead and wrap it up. Again, appreciate all of y'all, especially my channel members that are looking at this full-time, really long uncut version that's easily over an hour, man. Shouts out to y'all. But also shouts out to all of y'all that are non-channel members that are seeing the edited version. I really appreciate all of the support from all of y'all, man. I really, really do. But yeah, man, that's the end of this. So definitely leave a like on this video if you liked it, if you learned anything. Of course, man, I appreciate all the support, man. Shouts out to all of my sponsors, especially my Pro Bowl sponsors whose name you see scrolling on the screen right now. Let me know how you feel about everything discussed in this video. Let me know if y'all want me to look at more Emmanuel Forbes film after we run through everybody, go through Quan Martin, Ricky Strongberg, the entire rookie class, and maybe some undrafted free agents. If we have time left, let me know if you want me to come back to Emmanuel Forbes and we look at the full Kentucky film. We also having the Ole Miss film. I mean, we having film over here, man. We having plenty of options over here. So let me know if you want me to double back, look at the Kentucky, break that down along with the Ole Miss film, how like we did Alabama and Georgia today. Just let me know that, of course, in the comment section. Again, let me know whatever opinions you may have, positive and negative, about Emmanuel Forbes. If I were wrong about some of the statements I made in this video, some of the analysis I had, if I missed a few things, all that type of stuff, please let me know. I don't take offense to anything, so really appreciate it. And man, I'm gonna catch y'all later. This is the first of many film sessions, especially again with this dead period coming up before we get to training camp. I'm gonna catch y'all later. I'm out.